Just weeks after a Filipina beauty queen drew mixed reactions over her fifth-place win at the Miss Universe pageant, another Filipina is earning praises for beating 25 other beauty queens to a special award in the recently concluded Mrs. Universe pageant in Lithuania. 46-year-old Mrs. Philippines Universe MURIEL Moral from Camarines Norte bagged the Mrs. Intelligence Award in the competition. LALA joins us this morning. Congratulations, LALA.
Thank you very much, Ginger.
And congratulations. Yeah, well, welcome back home, I guess.
Thank you.
I think we were actually at the airport on the same day that Venus was coming back. So it was Miss Universe and Mrs. Universe back on the same day. You were coming back from Lithuania, right? I guess let's get it started first. Tell us about the experience. What was it like? A lot of people don't know exactly what the Mrs. Universe pageant is all about.
Mrs. Universe pageant is a beauty pageant, but with a mixture of uplifting the image of Filipino women of the world, of the universe, especially the professional and the career women, and of course a mother and a wife.
Well, for our viewers who, of course, don't know you all too well, you are a civil engineer by day, and you have a business in Bicol. But your love for pageants or being part of pageants is really just a side hobby, or is it really just a hobby?
No, actually, when I was in school, from high school to college, I joined beauty pageants.
Obvious naman, diba?
Then during after college, I joined the Miss Bicolanja and the Binibining Pilipinas, where I won Binibining Pilipinas-Maja, and I represented the country then in Puerto Rico.
Oh, wonderful! And then?
But I've already set aside that aspect of my life. I concentrated with my family and the business.
The proud mother of two sons?
Yeah, my sons are Joram Jefferson and Jared Julian.
I'm sure they're very proud of you, as well as your husband. What was the homecoming like? What did they say? Or, I mean, how do they react to their mom being in beauty pageants?
They are not so much concerned about the beauty pageant, but they really miss me, and I miss them too.
I'm sure. Lithuania is far from home. Tell us about the activities when in Mrs. Universe. Is there an advocacy behind it, or is there something that you guys focus on?
Actually, the theme of the beauty pageant today is Women of the World Against Crime and Human Trafficking, and that's why we have this roundtable conference with the Foreign Ministry of Lithuania, where we discussed about the problem of human trafficking in our country, and because we were told that we are going to present a human trafficking presentation, so I came prepared. That's why maybe they were impressed.
Yeah, exactly, bagging the Intelligence Award with that. Well, I mean, there's definitely the more serious undertone to that. Do you mind sharing with us, some of your ideas with the human trafficking
actually,
issue that was
here in
discussed?
the Philippines, it's a big problem, actually, because we have so many beautiful spots, tourist spots, and young girls are being recruited from their hometowns in the rural areas to work to have a wonderful job here or abroad, but then they end up in prostitution dens.
We're actually one of the top countries, I know, in past international reports. I mean, one of the countries definitely in the region that is looked at as far as human trafficking and sex trafficking is concerned. Is this something that you want to continue on with as an advocacy?
Yes.
Go ahead.
Because we, as delegate during the 2010 Mrs. Universe pageant, we were made to, we have this declaration that we are really against human trafficking. And we have, all of us, all the candidates signed a declaration.
Any plans to take it, to lobby it to our politicians here in Manila?
Yes.
Definitely proving that, there's a lot more sometimes to the glitz and the fun and the glamour of
some serious.
So this is how you impress them with the Intelligence Award. Kaya naman pala. Kaya naman
pala. We have so many panel discussion. But you know what? Europeans don't really speak English well. That's why.
Oh, but I'm sure it's also the substance of what you prepared. I'm actually also very curious, when we were talking off cam earlier, you said that the one who won the Mrs. Universe title was a 24-year-old.
Yes, very young.
Probably someone who could also join the Miss Universe pageant.
Yes.
But I think I must give you kudos because we mentioned your age earlier, which I said I wasn't going to, but I think you were going to. But I mean, at 46 years old, I mean, there was, how did you feel going up against younger, maybe more vibrant?
For me, age really doesn't matter. I just feel young. I stay here. I stay young at heart. So, noon nga, where I told you earlier that when I arrive at Vilnius, the capital city of Lithuania, the one who will pick me up was looking for me, and I was looking for her too. When I arrived, I asked the one, the travel agent who was picking up tourists, I asked, excuse me, is there anybody from Mrs. Universe? Then she told me, oh, I'm sorry, my English is bad. Then sabi niya, maybe you can check the other arrival area. Then I checked, then no one was there. Then so I sit down and waited for 30 minutes. And
hindi kayo nagkita because the person was looking for someone older.
Yes,
and
yes,
you actually surprised them. Well, I'm just one question before we have to wrap up. I mean, it's actually kind of going against maybe stereotypes or the way that a more traditional Filipina point of view where, you know, when you are a mom, you really just concentrate on your work. I mean, you've got your career going and you've competed in Mrs. Universe. Any advice or any words that you'd like to share to, you know, other women maybe who are in the same position or gonna be in that same position?
If anybody would like to join a pageant like this, she must be prepared. She must be, Mrs. Universe should be a married woman, first and foremost, and she should have a career or a profession, and she should be. She should matter in the community where she lives, and she should be a positive influence in the people around her.
Okay, well, thank you so much for joining us. I hope you're able to enjoy the rest of your time with your sons, who I'm sure have missed you. And thank you for proving that, you know, even in married life, you can still be happy and still pay attention to the things that make you happy. Thank you, Maria.
Can I thank?
Sure. Go ahead.
I would like to thank. First and foremost, Mrs. Camila Kim Galvez for giving me this opportunity.
Oh, that's right. We spoke with her also.
Organizer here in the Philippines, and our governor, Governor Talyado, Edgar Talyado, and the Sangguniang Panlalawigan ng Camarines Norte, and my friend Ato Samarista, and all the rest, my family, of course, and Mark Delfinado, and the Kate and Pinky, Tintin, and Rhoda, and all the rest. My family and my friends, thank you for your prayers.
Well, thank you. I have to give back that thank you for joining us this morning. Maraming salamat. And good luck as well. We'll keep posted as to maybe other pageants that you'll be a part of. Thank you. Well, let's find out what's brewing in the newsroom. Gigi joins us live from there.